And I want to make sure that I acknowledge that you're helping people do something that, quite honestly, was reserved for a very privileged few that are worth just a ton of money. Okay. What you're currently offering is breaking down barriers. And I mean major barriers. Okay.
Absolutely.
It's giving people an opportunity that they just didn't have before. Honestly, I mean, I feel like it's important that we talk about sort of how the system used to be and then how the system is now with you, because there are a lot of people that are listening to this that don't quite know the historical background, instantly wanted to know your story. Because I know that there was a time, and there still is in some instances, where IPO was reserved for, pre-IPO was reserved for the very privileged few, right?
So for a lot of companies, an IPO is no longer this glorious goal, this finish line. There's so many other ways to be successful and continue to grow outside of public scrutiny and public distraction. So the reason this matters is because you have an enormous amount of huge technological transformations from AI to space travel, all different areas that are essentially kept in the hands of just the venture capital investors and the select few that can access them while they're private. Because while these companies remain private, everyday people can't go buy it on their Robinhood or their Schwab or their Fidelity. The
Have
reason this
access.
is important is companies these days are literally getting to hundreds of billions of dollars in valuation. So you could be $500 billion in scale as a private tech company and still not be investable by the everyday person. That is in many ways a travesty. That is in many ways, I mean, it gets my blood boiling in a sense because of inequality of access
Mhm.
and in blocking people out of financial opportunity, but also beyond that, in at a broader level, seeing the spoils of technological innovation, of seeing ownership of the future be kept out of everyday people's hands. And so when we talk about financial empowerment, financial literacy, um, I want more and more people to realize that divide and to actually break down those barriers so more people can, if it's a good fit for them, get involved and have an actual ownership stake in technologies that are going to change everything.